Everyone gets free shot.
So I feel like we have like unnecessarily more servers than we need here. Outside, what's up? So here we have Ta Hien, which is a very popular bar, lounge, club, going out district for tourists and locals alike. We're right in the center of the cross alleys here, as you guys can see. So this alley behind us and this alley behind us is Ta Hien. In the nighttime, at a certain time, all of these restaurants transform into bars. So this is one area of it. I was here in the daytime and these were regular establishments like souvenir shops, bars, coffee shops, restaurants. But as you guys can see right now, they're setting up. So they're putting a lot of smaller tables, chairs. A bunch of tourists congregate to this area to, you know, go out, grab a bite to eat. So it's actually pretty crazy because I literally was. I'm here. Okay, yeah, I'm here. So I'm actually already here. So yeah, in any popular tourist destination, you'll have a lot of, you know, restaurateurs kind of urging you into their bars. But yeah, so this, as you guys can see, that's what's happening right now. And we're gonna walk through this alleyway for you guys. So you can tell it's Ta Hien when you see all these Vietnamese flags out front. So it's really crazy. I'll show you guys the before and after because we were here in the daytime and these were all like different types of establishments. But right now, they're basically all bars. So yeah, we're gonna walk from one end to one end of Ta Hien and show you guys the vibes before it gets too crazy, because when it gets too crazy, like it's starting to now, there's gonna be music and I don't want to get copyrighted because there's a lot of lounges and bars and whatnot. So yeah, let's check it out for you guys. So looks like some lounges, restaurants. Looks like there's like a concert about to pop off right now. So we're back in the old town by night. This is our first time here during the nighttime and it's super lit up. It's totally different than before. So many lights everywhere in Vietnam. So much competition in Vietnam. I feel like you see a lot of the same businesses all around, but I definitely see customers in all of them. So, like some of these businesses or establishments were flipped upside down from daytime to nighttime because they're the same places, but in the nighttime, it is another business. So something might be like a shawarma shop at nighttime, but then in the morning time, it's like a pho shop. All right, so it's the street. A lot of street food still. Shops, tourists, of course, all throughout the old town of Hanoi. These are some bars. Ooh, there's a Korean General barbecue here. Korean barbecue. And we're in the going out bar district of Hanoi. This is Ta Hien Street, and a lot of locals and tourists are out here having a ball, a blast. Let's go. So I feel like we have like unnecessarily more servers than we need here. We have like 3, 4 people mobbing us as to what to drink. They're kind of like peer pressuring us to show what beer we should get, and
three people want to sell different beers.
I don't know what that was all about. So like 3 people want to sell us like different types of beers. Oh, I guess it's because they're sponsored by a certain type of beer. So I guess she's sponsored by Tiger.
Yeah.
All right, so that was pretty interesting. We sat down and like 3 waitresses mobbed us and was like, which beer you want? Which beer you want? They did the same thing to these customers right here. You gotta get the Tiger, you gotta get Saigon, you gotta get Heineken. And it makes sense because I'm looking at their outfit and like each one of them are sponsored by a different beer company. Like I guess she's like a Tiger over there. They're trying to get us to get their beer, but little do they know that my Hanoi tour guide and my dad only drinks Heineken, so he's gonna go with this regardless. Salud. So these alleys are actually not even too small for Vietnam standards, but with all these chairs and tables outside, it gets really packed and compact. What's up, my man? How you doing? How you doing? I'm good. Yeah, what's your name?
Ken. Ken.
Afken. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Okay. Hi.
Yeah. We might return later.
All right.
Yeah. I'm meeting outside. Thank you.
What do you want? I'll send you something.
I'm eating now, but I'll come back later.
Where from?
I'm eating.
Where from?
United States.
Oh!
What's up?
I know you went it.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Hello. My city.
Me?
My city.
What's your city?
Manchester.
Oh, Manchester.
City.
No. Los Angeles.
No. Manchester City. Okay.
All right, man. So he's representing Manchester City. So, alrighty, so we are showing you guys more of the Ta Hien district here. So you guys see that man smoking there? That is a Hanoi Northern pipe. So if you guys see him popping that, don't get. Hello. No, thanks. So we're gonna show you guys the rest. So as you guys are walking down here, a lot of people will urge you to go inside their shops, and yeah, you guys just gotta choose an option. But most of these spots don't look too bad. Vietnamese food is pretty good in general, so you won't go wrong with that. I would just choose a Vietnamese spot because you are in Vietnam. Some of these spots will serve, different types of food outside. What's up? Nice to meet you. All right. Buy one get one free?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back. I'm eating over there already.
Yes.
But maybe I'll come back. Yes. All right. So, yeah, we just gave you guys a tour from one end to one end. As you guys can see, we were walking through and, they were kind of urging us to go inside their bars at every little stop. But, yeah, you just got to choose the one you want and go inside, basically. All right, DVW fam, so we're front and center in the going out bar area of the Old Quarter in Hanoi. So they actually turn up, literally like a bunch of bars turn up in these streets, and there's music, bars, lounges. Basically businesses flip upside down and they put tables on the streets, and there's just a bunch of businesses, vendors, and tourists here to flock in the streets for delicious drinks and food. And there's gonna be music, so I'm gonna talk over this so I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, so as you guys see, a lot of local establishments. There's a huge line here of young folks. I wonder where they're going. It's okay. I guess this is like a bar or a club. Is this a club or something?
Where's Colin?
It's a club, it's a bar. So it looks like there's a concert here. So out of all of them, we chose this bar here because it is front and center, literally in the center of the square, the cross streets, and we're in the thick of things, so we gotta kind of people watch, have some fresh air because it gets pretty tight in those alleyways. Okay, so they're advertising the beer. So they're both lagers. I'll do Tiger. Yeah. See with those things. Loy Bale 18. It's right in the center, so it's hard to miss. That's why we thought to eat here. We came here for the vibes, atmosphere, and bar food. So in Vietnamese, this is called đồ ăn nhậu. Phải không ba? Đồ ăn nhậu, which is basically like food to drink beer and have fun with your friends with. So we got a bottle of vodka with some French fries. So yeah, we're just having a few bites and brews in the middle of Ta Hien district and just enjoying the vibe. So salud. over a dozen beers in Vietnam. Vietnam is all about their beers. Most of the people come here to kind of people watch, grab a brewski and drink, which is what we did. The food is kind of a plus, but yeah, I mean, these are the vibes, these small stools here. My first tiger beer in Vietnam so far. Also, whenever you're in Vietnam, like, I believe Vietnam makes certain types of beers here. Even international beer like Heineken, they have like Vietnamese Heineken. There's like a Heineken Silver here, which is like lighter, and a regular Heineken, which this is a regular Heineken. So make sure you guys specify which beer you order. Since this is like the heavier tiger, there's like a lighter silver tiger that's like 4%. This one's a 5% one, but yeah. So we're enjoying the vibes right now. It kind of reminds me of like Europe, kind of, you know, sitting outside of a cafe, people watching, listening to music and all that, except it's much more hectic with all the music and people in the crowds. But yeah, this is Ta Hien district. I'm pretty sure there's more excitement in there, so we're gonna go inside after we eat and, you know, show you guys the rest of Ta Hien district. Salud. Cheers.
I see. Shoving.
All right, so we met some friends from England here while we were nyawing, which is drinking and enjoying some food, and it's hard to not make friends with close quarters like this. So yeah, so they're from the UK, right? England.
From Oxfordshire, South England, and we are traveling around Vietnam for 2 weeks. Luckily, we bumped into Dan and his dad, who have given us so many tips on where to go and what to see, and we're very grateful for that. But right now, we're sat on Beer Corner, I think it's called.
Yeah, basically the Vietnamese beer quarter.
The Vietnamese beer quarter, and it is bumping. We just sat down about an hour ago, and we've seen so much happening. Highlight so far was, if you can look behind us, you can see all of these tables laid out. And about 10 minutes ago, the police rolled through, telling everyone, like, get out of this road, get out of the street, put those tables back. And the second the police disappeared, all of these tables were back out, and it was brilliant. That encapsulates Hanoi for me. It is chaotic, but it is awesome. It is a great place to be.
I missed it. You went to the loo. I missed all the action.
Yeah, it's ironic that 30 seconds to a minute I was in the restroom, that happened within 30 seconds. But also, you guys probably go to a lot of pubs and bars all around England. How would you compare this beer district to some of the ones in the UK?
Oh, this is way more crazy. There's so much happening everywhere. In England, maybe a bit more like, I would say civilized, but maybe after maybe that's not true when everyone starts fighting at the end of the night. But for now, this is crazy in a good way. So yeah, you've got to come. If you've not been here, you need to come.
Exactly. There's way more young people here than hang out in British pubs.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, you said there's more young people here?
Oh yeah, 100%. British pubs full of old bald men like me. Yeah, and there's not been enough fights yet. Yeah. If this was in England, there'd be 20 fights so far. So I'm Oscar Peace. What's up, DVW fam?
And I'm Beth Fees. What's up, DVW fam?
How you doing?
Hello.
Some beer?
Oh, we see our friend again. Our friend again. Again and again. All right, DVW fam, as you guys can see, there's a lot of hustle and bustle right now. We are still in the Old Quarter of Hanoi, but not in any old regular area. This is the Ta Hien Street, which is the Vietnamese beer bar district. And in the nighttime, it totally transforms into something else entirely, because I was here in the daytime and this whole street was, you know, regular businesses, shops, restaurants. But as you guys can see, it is totally different now. So basically in the nighttime, like, all these shops transform. You know, if it was like a kebab shop before, it is now a bar, guys. So we're gonna take you guys from one end to one end and show you guys the whole Ta Hien Street in Hanoi, Vietnam. It is the most popular bar, beer, going out district in Vietnam. So let's see. So yeah, there's a lot of loud music, vendors, a lot of things going on. So when you guys are walking around here, you guys cannot be claustrophobic, because these streets are pretty tight, and this isn't even the smallest alleyway. There's actually even smaller alleyways. What's up, man? How you doing, bro? So yeah, bro. There's going to be people like this. Nice to meet you. Okay. There's going to be people outside of these bars urging you guys to go inside, grab a drink, grab a bite, and we're just gonna, you know, show you guys every single bar. And you want to be oh, there's still places that are actually still like the restaurants, because I passed by this before. There's still a restaurant, but these are bars. This one, no thank you. So as you guys see, there's a lot of bars, lounges, a lot of loud music, a lot going on. So this is a pretty tight street, and there are so many bars lined throughout this street. And we're gonna show you guys the other area as well. So much going on. And right now it's still like a mile time. Hello.
Welcome.
Tom's Bar? Tom's Bar.
Everyone gets free shots.
Whoa, wow. Free shots? No way. I don't believe that. Free shots? That's crazy. She's saying everybody gets free shots. That's a tough promise to fulfill, guys. I don't know. Maybe in Vietnam it's different. But yeah, this seems like to be the end of it. So we're going to go back around and show you guys the rest of it. So this is the other, you again. So yeah, so we're going back down this row. We're seeing all of our friends again. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, so there's so many bars here. There's different types of establishments. So many options to choose. So yeah, there's so many options here, guys. Food, bars, but in Vietnam, food and bars doubles as one. Absolutely popping here. So much going on here in Ta Hien Street in Hanoi. One of the most popular bar districts, beer districts, going out districts in the VN. But we already have our spot to eat. We're here. When we're in areas like this, it is basically, you know, when people are urging you in, they're gonna, you know, charge tourist prices, search prices like Ubers or anything like that when, you know, more people are going out and there's a higher demand. But even then, it's like your total bill at a place will be 15 to 30 bucks max. That's like the high end, because an average meal in Vietnam is for 2 people would be like 7 to 10 bucks. So it's absolutely insane the value you get here in Vietnam. I mean, from a Californian perspective. So yeah, it was pretty cool. We had some food. It was all right. The beer was more so what we're here for, but we got our fix. Sat here, enjoyed the vibe, atmosphere, made some new friends, and people watched it a little bit. So yeah, this is Ta Hien, Hanoi in 2025 in Vietnam. So on to more adventures. Let's go. Yeah, so we got here maybe 2 hours ago, and now look at how it transforms, guys. So this is absolutely insane, because the streets transform so rapidly. Because not too long ago, there was barely any seats here, but now I can barely get through. It is very, very hustling and bustling here. The word I'll describe this street and Hanoi, the Old Quarter, is options. There's so many options. There's like, for every business, there's 4 or 5 similar ones right next to them. So if there's one bar, there's gonna be 3 or 5 other bars. So this is foot traffic. Getting out of this place.
Hello, you are food with me outside?
Yeah. So we're still actually on Ta Hien Street, but this area is more mild in atmosphere. Like, it's still like bars, but more restaurant bars rather than bar restaurants, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's a lot of these. All right, one of the things you guys definitely need to do in Hanoi is walk around the Old Quarter at night, because we're here in the daytime, but at night it totally transforms. There's so many lights, the stores are all lit up, and it is Lunar New Year season, so there's a lot of red and yellow lanterns everywhere. Most cities, you know, change a little bit at night, definitely tourist cities, but something about Vietnam, Hanoi, Da Nang, Nha Trang, and Saigon, and all the Vietnamese cities I've been in the nighttime, like, it totally transforms. It's almost unrecognizable, but yeah. So this is Hanoi's Old Quarter at night. We're riding through in our scooter. So in Vietnam, when you think a sidewalk is a street, it's a street. When you think a street is a sidewalk, it's a highway. And here we are in the Old Quarter. So you see a bunch of people walking, and don't mistake it for a sidewalk, because you never know in Vietnam. We are on a scooter here. Something here. Ooh, street food everywhere. It's like some octopus skewers.